Once upon a time, a passionate Street Fighter player wanted to create a place where everyone could join. His love for the game was so strong he decided to name it Ultra Street Fighter 4 Revival. I have the pleasure to introduce you, Gil Stole My Ride.
Hello everybody, I am Gil Stole My Ride. I am the original creator of USF4 Revival, and I am also a multi-fighting game player and a coach. The creation of USF4 Revival came at a time where Street Fighter V had come out for a while now, and the other Street Fighter games, at least the mainly appreciated ones, so Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, also known as 2X, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike in the UK, which is where I was living at the time, had dedicated communities, and they sort of had survived the release of Street Fighter 4. There was, however, no group, nor in the UK, nor anywhere else, which was continuing the effort of building and providing a community for Ultra Street Fighter 4, which was a game that both socially and on a competition level had given me a lot. So I was sad to see it go. I really enjoyed the game. I still do enjoy the game despite the netcode. And I wanted to provide a space for anyone really that wanted to still play the game, still have competition, still talk about the game, and just enjoy playing it. There is this little misconception about myself, or at least about that period of my life where I sort of just dedicated all my life to Street Fighter 4. At least my fighting game life. That is not true. I did play a lot of Street Fighter 4, of course. I was the leader of the community for, 2-3 years. It's been a while now. But generally, I'd been playing fighting games since 2005, and I had kept on playing fighting games competitively, many of them in a way or another. So I never really dedicated myself to Street Fighter 4 or stuck with the game. Of course, it was one of the games I played the most because I enjoyed it, but there wasn't anything that would make me stop other games just to dedicate myself to Street Fighter 4 or to any other fighting game. What Street Fighter 4 has for me that was really important is that it revitalized a genre, the ones of fighting game, that was in desperate need for a revitalization, and it brought a new wave of fighting game players, fighting game fans, and it just emboldened the community to strive for more. So that, I think, nobody can take away from Street Fighter 4. I've started streaming Street Fighter 4, or rather, I had started streaming in general with Street Fighter 4 around 2015. I want to say it was March. I had moved with my partner at the time near a internet place, like what's it called? Just a computer place, and I could technically stream from there. So I started doing some streams while I waited for my new connection, and then started streaming from my place. I streamed the game quite a bit, but even then, even at the peak of USF4 Revival, it wasn't just USF4 that I streamed. There were many other games that I enjoyed, and there were many other games I competed in, or just generally had casuals in. My stream was really a celebration of fighting games overall. As for what I prefer the most about Ultra Street Fighter 4 Revival, I gotta be honest, there's a lot of contrasting feelings about that experience. Certainly it was my first experience as a community leader. Did not have any previous experience, so I grew up with it, and in a certain way I did make a lot of tough calls, and I learned about leading communities. I think I did a good job. There's going to be a lot of people that think the contrary, but the community is still there. They're still organizing things. They're still like around 4,000 users or something like that. So I believe I brought to the scene probably the first or the most successful, I don't know, reviving effort. Reviving because differently from Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3, the game was pretty much largely considered dead until I picked it up and started to create a space for it. When it comes to negative feelings, I think that I was possibly misled by the fact that a lot of people said that they enjoyed Street Fighter 4, said they would support a reviving effort, a community like that, and certainly we had great results, but there could have been more. A lot of people that initially said they would support the game did not show up for tournaments, did not show up for events, only were there to just, shit talk Street Fighter 5, which, it was never about that. It was about providing a space for people to enjoy Street Fighter 4. So yeah, I haven't been in the community for about 2 years now. People know, so I really don't know what to talk about the current state of the community. When it comes to regrets, no, not really. I am not a regret person. The fact that I choose to act and lead in a certain way is because I take decisions that I know I will stand by, and I will stand for in, say, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, at least most of them. Of course, we can all miss sometimes. In general, I don't know. I think there was more potential that I was able to realize, but at the same time, there was also like a lot of will of people to just say things because they are part of a social environment and then really not sort of show up for it. This has been a consistent experience when it came to USF4 Revival. There were very few people that actually did the work, and as any other really fighting game community, those people shouldered enormous amount of work. So to the current staff, the people that are currently administrating the community, they know we did a lot of work. There were a lot of people that said that they will help, but they didn't. And that's just the reality of fighting games. If you wonder why community leaders, TOs, and all these people that do ungodly amount of work keep on stepping down, it's because of this. Honestly, I don't have future projects about Street Fighter 4. I don't think I have future projects in general. This interview actually came at a funny time because I stepped down from other communities that I created and that I helped to make them grow. I don't think I have particular future projects about fighting games. My interests, my passion, my commitments, they were all in a way weakened by behaviors in the fighting games community that we all know, expecting too much without giving anything, always shit talking any organizing effort, any positive effort, always listening to whatever the big drama is and amplifying it. It just got tiring. So personally, I will be focusing more on myself. I recently graduated in food science, and I'm already working at a decent job in food, related to food science. So I would just be really focusing on myself, and if I do play fighting games, it's just going to be pressing buttons, playing casuals, and just laughing with friends, which is what it's all about. Thank you.